we are truly a global conference.
Amen.
I mean, we have churches in a dozen or more different languages, and we have a heart for all people everywhere.
Yeah.
And one of those places that we have a huge heart for is the whole continent of Africa.
Amen.
So much opportunity, and guess what? Folks are streaming into this country in all sorts of ways and connecting with us. Acts 12:24, forming churches and seeing ministries formed and lives transformed. And so a guy that just has a deep, deep love for the African people is Rob Ricksecker, and just check out his story.
So let me tell you about Rob and Ruth Ricksecker. So Rob, for a long time has had a deep love in his heart for the nations. Christ has called him to reach all people everywhere with Christ. And Rob has had a particular burden and love for refugees who are coming to the United States from Africa. Rob served as a principal in a Christian school in Long Island in New York City, and he and Ruth are still engaging there. He served at a multicultural Free Methodist Church in Des Moines, Iowa, and he moved a few years ago to Delaware into our conference, Acts 12:24. And now Rob Ricksecker serves in Acts 12:24 as our regional superintendents for African ministries, and God is blessing him in this work. But here was Rob's problem, okay? He didn't know how to get started. He was craving a partnership with an organization to help him plant churches for all people everywhere.
Yeah, so we were able to meet Rob and hear his story, and we share his heart deeply.
Yeah.
I mean, we just
Amen.
love the things that he's loved. We love the refugees that are flown in. We want to see these churches thrive and these people have godly community. And so Rob attended some encounter weekends,
Yes.
connected with CDN, began to see the simplicity of the flywheel,
Bingo.
the multiplication rhythm, and the way it empowers people, it awakens people to the call of God and releases them into ministry.
Yes.
And so he began to just incorporate these principles into the work that he's doing. And we're seeing incredible fruitfulness.
So now Rob is planting churches like crazy. He's a Church Development Network trainer and, again, regional superintendent for African ministries in our conference in Acts. And this is a church Rob helped plant in Salem, Virginia. It's thriving. It's growing. Nearly 100 people are gathering already. And check out the pastor, Chris Rashidi, in his 20s, all right? A Gen Z leader connecting with Acts 12:24 on the road toward ordination, and he's being mentored by Rob and by Church Development Network, thriving. Well, that's not all. Rob helped plant a church in Baltimore, Maryland, a new Acts 12:24 Free Methodist Church called Ebenezer Free Methodist Church. Lead pastor, Pastor Gilbert, commissioned and empowered, and Rob was able to say, look, Acts 12:24, we are for you, we're together, we're empowering you, let's plant churches. It's thriving, and here's what's so amazing, right? Rob and Ruth live in Delaware, are very well networked in Delaware, and Rob is establishing the first training center in Delaware, CDN Training Center, and is working now to plant the first Free Methodist and Acts 12:24 churches even in Delaware. God is on the move.
So the world is coming to us in all sorts of different ways, and he's using people like Rob and Ruth to make connections, to help disciple and empower leaders. We're seeing new churches born, new churches formed, solidified, connected into the family. It's an incredible thing, and it's part of what we're doing together. It's what you're doing as part of Acts 12:24. That's who we are. We're a conference that is global. We are so diverse, and it's beautiful in every single way. And so thank you for praying for this work and works like this to continue to multiply. In fact, I want to invite you, join us for Launchpad Prayer. Would you do that? It's just a Zoom call where you and your whole congregation can join together praying for kingdom fruitfulness and the harvest to increase. And give generously to CDN, and certainly make the Rhythm of Encounter weekends. If you're interested in multiplication, bring people to an encounter. Amen. Or if you have a call from God, to become a multiplication center from your own church, do that, because and we can help you get there. We're just thrilled to see this vision of churches being planted in creative spaces and places in this conference in Acts 12:24 and around the world. Listen, we are better together, and together
We plant churches.